Hi, I'm Rayman, and this is my fifth PL final.
Hi, I'm JollyBaker, and this is my first PL final.
I'm Arod, and this is my first Premier League final. I've been playing in Premier League since season 5, and it's now season 12, so 1-7 ain't bad.
All right, just to be clear, this is the Ushpuppy. I'm just translating, so I'm just gonna translate. Don't. None of this is coming from me. It's all coming from him. What's the first question? That's what he's asking right now.
How was your season, and how do you feel about it looking back on it?
I think it was pretty well this season. Ended up being first, and that's pretty amazing. I started actually really bad off with just 6 points, but then I came back with 4 wins in a row, and ended up with 2 9-pointers, and that was great.
Yeah, I think it was a good season. I got 3 wins out of 7, finished top 5 again. Yeah, I was a little scared because at the start I didn't have any wins, and I was like, oh no, I don't want to get relegated. Some really good players did get relegated, so it can happen to anyone. But yeah, everything worked out.
So this season was my best season yet. I don't feel like I played any better or worse than previous seasons, but I got a bit lucky in a few games and played well in some others, and overall it went pretty well.
Okay, yes. Oh, that's a good point. He won the first game of the season, lost 5 in a row, won the last game. So he thought his season was over after he lost 5 in a row. And then he won the last game. And then 2 players, the Cold Weather Boys, both dropped out or had a baby or whatever they got going on, which put him in the semis. And then he won the semis and is now in the finals. So, all according to plan.
What is your plan or thought process going into this big game as the defending champion?
Yeah, I mean, the plan is the same as every other game, which is, buy 8 devs, hopefully more than 8, maybe like 10, and then get the mono and win. I think in like all my games this season that I've won, I got the mono. In the last one, I got 2 monos, so I've got the pattern down.
I just want to have fun in the game, in the final, and I would like to get myself into a position where I can win, like I have a shot to win, and then let's just hope for a lucky 3 or 11 coming around and give me the win.
I don't think I have any like specific plans. I guess, picking like 3 of the same numbers and hoping they roll is not a bad plan. As long as it's a good game and I don't make any big mistakes, I'm going to be happy. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Get a good night of sleep before and try and have fun. Having fun is a good way to win. Don't get too worked up about it. Just have a fun time, and I think you're more likely to win that way.
How would you describe JollyBaker with one word?
I think he's like a cyborg almost. He can play any setup. He's like this Catan killing machine. He can play road, army. He doesn't make mistakes. So he's very technically talented player. The one thing I need to avoid is to make him mad by asking him about insurance every single turn. Like maybe every other turn be better. He doesn't have like weaknesses to exploit. You just have to hope he doesn't get good devs and good rolls.
JollyBaker, I would say, is solid. He's just like a fundamental, like really good player. He's gonna build cities. He's gonna grab a port, and he's just gonna do, whatever the game calls for in any given situation. I really like playing against Jolly. He keeps it light. At the end of the day, it's just a game. That's what we're here for.
JollyBaker. Yeah. What do you think about Jolly? Steady. I've played Jolly before. He's slow and steady. He's always in it. And I think statistically, you're bound to just win a good chunk of games off that. He had such a good season. And I think just being steady can get you that.
How would you describe yourself with one word?
I would describe myself as old school and so far not very successful.
How would you describe Arod with one word?
Elite. So I think incredibly highly of Arod amongst like active players. I think he's top 5 in CK and he's probably top 5 in base also. And I think for CK, like he's in that same group of guys as Winters, Donardi, Trissy, like he's that good. I think his weakness in the past used to be that he was like a little bit too passive, but that's not true anymore. And he's very active, like making deals and trades and stuff. So, I mean, the results speak for themselves.
I would say Arod is explosive. He often comes out of nowhere. Sometimes it does not work well for him, and then they end up with 6 points.
Arod is agreeable. He's agreeable. I'm going to switch it. Creative.
Great.
Consistent. Consistent.
It's funny because I would say like the same thing about me as I would about Jolly. That we're just both like solid players. We're just gonna do what the board calls for. Like we'll play an army game, we'll play a road game, we'll make some good trades, hope to get some value.
How would you describe Jack Usher, Mr. Ushpuppy, with one word?
Yes, celebrity, right? He's TikTok famous, so it's more than any of us have going for us.
Ushpuppy is for me cinema, and I'm expecting a great commentary from him.
If I would give one word to Ushpuppy, it would be engaged. He is just a very big presence at the table, very good table talker.
Ushpuppy? Ushpuppy? How would you describe yourself? Kind. He's just a good boy.
Is that your final
A
word?
good boy.
Okay, that was 2 words, but I'm sure Davbav's okay with that.
Good boy can be one word.
How would you describe Rayman with one word?
Rayman is pretty consistent. He has been in 5 PF finals, I think, and it's going to be his 6th. Yeah, he won last year, and he's still going for it. That's pretty amazing.
How would you describe yourself in one word?
Probably dev cards. I like the dev cards. I know everybody likes dev cards, but I think I like them even more than other people.
Rayman's scary. It's always hard to play against Rayman because, he always knows what's going on in any given situation. He knows what your plan is better than you do sometimes. He'll tell you exactly how you're going to win the game if he thinks you're the leader. And obviously he's just been like one of the most consistent players in online Catan, just period. So always a really scary player to play against.
Rayman is, what do you think about Rayman? Thoughts on Rayman? I don't want to say anything that's gonna upset Rayman, but he's thwarted me at the final step so many times now. So we're just gonna say he's decent.
I think that might piss him off.
I mean, it's like the fucking GOAT, but we're not gonna say that because that's gonna be too strong. We're gonna say masterful.
What would it mean to you, Rayman, to win the Premier League final for the 2nd time in a row?
It would be awesome. After I won the last one, I was happy, but it also my ego got way out of control. Like I would be playing games and I would make people call me champ instead of Rayman. Be like, hey Rayman, do you have wood? I'd be like, it's champ. I lost recently the CPI 2 final, and I didn't think I played very well there, and I was really disappointed about that. So I think the chance for redemption.
JollyBaker, what would it mean to you to win the Premier League final?
I think it would prove myself and others, old school players, that you can adapt to the new online Catan meta, which is kind of crazy, and still have to get used to it. There's a chance for us to get to win. And of course, I expect there will be probably a Catan hype in whole Germany and Finland. Kids are going to buy that board game, try to be like me, playing nothing less.
Oh god. So I think I mentioned earlier, I just really just want to have a good game and, do the best that I can, try to minimize any mistakes. And if the dice work out in my favor, that would be amazing. I've been playing Catan online for 2 years now, and I haven't had just a really big win. I haven't won a season of D1 or a KOC season before. So for the PL final to be the first one, it would be pretty special.
To win finals, it would be redemption. Hey, whoa. We're answering a question. It would be redemption from last season. It would be a much needed piece of hardware. I'm so sorry that everyone had to see that. Yo.
This is 7 minutes long.
Oh, this guy knows how to edit. Get a final shot of this boy. Game face. Is he just falling asleep?
Yeah.
Yeah.